What's up guys, Andrews here with another video for you. Today we're going to take a look at the weekly patch notes for both NAEU as well as Global Labs. Some pretty cool stuff happening in test server in terms of balances for classes. But first I'm going to go over the NAEU stuff as well as the giveaway winners and a brand new giveaway as well. Today we're going to be giving out some pets. That's right, so 2 pets I have to give out, so I'll let you know later in the video what you can do to try and win them. Now for NAEU PC patch notes, we have trial characters now are able to unlock successions on all trial characters. That's good. It's about time. So now you can test out successions that you may be interested in without having to actually level a character past to 56 to unlock the succession. That's good. Sorceress received that Fragment of Darkness generation change. I believe a lot of people were saying it's a succession nerf, but an awakening buff overall. With Musa, they got the Musa awakening changes, the Crust Crusher change, the split damage on skills no longer applying as well. Now Mewa Succession received the Red Blade buff change, which is a good change. So that's an overall buff for Mewa Succession. And Central Market, we saw the max price of Pen Ogre, Leighton, Eye of the Ruins Ring, Ring of Crescent Guardian all increase. So if you've been trying to get a Pen Ogre or any of those, you need more money now for the max price. The updated UI, guild, clan, inventory, and equipment UI has been updated. There's something weird happening with a sort inventory. It's still working, but it's not automatic. So if you use an item that consumes the item in your inventory, there'll be a space there. If you close your inventory and open it back up, it will still be auto-sorted. So it's just you don't see the sorting take place immediately. I don't know if this is a bug, but sorting does work. It just doesn't work like it used to. Sea monster hunting changes. We have the Crow Shop NPC added with the Caphras and memory fragments and cronstones that you can buy daily limit and weekly limit as well. The biggest change for questing, unfortunately, Valencia 1 questline now requires the completion of the Medaya questline. So if you were running Valencia 1, so you would level your character to level 55 very quickly in like a matter of maybe 15 to 20 minutes, and then you'd run Valencia 1 in about maybe an hour. So now you can't do that. You have to first do the Medaya storyline, and I think the Medaya storyline might require you to finish the Calphian storyline. So in essence, you're going to be doing a lot of questing to get to the Valencia 1 questline and be able to get those fail stacks, which is the main reason you ran the Valencia 1 questline. So a big nerf for people who are enhancing and using those stacks from Valencia 1. And finally, we have the event called the Oasis event, or your Oasis event. There is no end date to this event. It gives you job boost for fishing, gathering, and killing monsters during hot time, so usually during the evenings or prime time, and throughout the entire weekend. Daily boss scrolls, so you can take now Tedium and Soundhill Captain as an extra daily boss scroll that you can take. There's an NPC called Ellie in every city, and she sells Oasis weapons, gear, compass, traveler's map, and food. Those weapons are at try and cannot be enhanced, and they last until the end of the event, and they can be opened on any class you want. So this is great if you want to level alts or go through all those quests that you need for Valencia 1 now on different characters. You can do that now with Ellie's weapons. Each weapon costs 1 silver, so it's not really expensive whatsoever. You can also try out different classes at that particular gear score. It's not soft cap, so it's below that, so it's not very high, but it's better if you're a new player for sure. And finally, we have the Oasis Dream Chest per 30 minutes of playtime, so you get 1 chest per 30 minutes, up to 12 a day, and you can simple alchemy 3 of them to get a lucky dream box. Basically, you want to always combine them, it seems like, if you're trying to get the better items. Otherwise, you're going to be getting a lot of juices. That's kind of how it goes. There's 100 fill stack in this, so it'll be nice, but from experience, don't expect that to be common. Now, in Global Labs, the more exciting stuff, I think, Guardian. So last week we saw Shy getting Rabam skills before Guardian. Now Guardian has Rabam skills. So at level 56, you have skill A, I'll call it 803 by 4, max 2 hits, plus 50% crit rate, increases down attack damage, plus 5% for 10 seconds. It's a frontal guard and a knockdown in PvE only. The second type of skill you can take at level 56 is 758 by 9 on the hit, plus 50% crit rate, increases down attack damage, plus 5% for 10 seconds. It's super armor, and bound in PvE only. In level 57, you can choose a skill that does 432 by 2, so low damage, recovers 400 HP on use. It increases DP plus 20 for 10 seconds. It has the flame effect of the passive applied on hits as well. And the skill B for level 57 would be 704 by 2, so more damage with an extra hit of 704 by 4. It recovers 400 HP as well. Attack speed, cast speed, and movement speed minus 15% for 10 seconds on hit. So it's also a really good debuff. Seems like the way to go for that skill, level 57. You want that debuff, that HP regen, more damage as well. Seems pretty good. Now, as for Warrior Awakening, we have the Reckless Blow now being 1420 by 8, down from 1930 by 3. It's still more damage overall because now you do more hits. The Flow Ankle Break crit rate now also applies in PvP, so that's a huge buff. Head Chase into Q Block is now smoother, and again, split damage on skills no longer apply. Sorceress Awakening violation accuracy rate now is 15% up from 0%. That's pretty huge. And turnback slash accuracy rate is now 10% up from 5%, which is also pretty big. No nerfs whatsoever for Sorc, just those accuracy buffs. Now, Ranger Awakening getting a slew of changes. Don't know how I feel about them, but we'll go over them. So Flow Rooting can now be used after Vine Knot. Rooting is not very much used, but if you want to use it, it's a down smash after Vine Knot. So Flow Disillusion now causes down smash instead of air smash. That's a good change. But again, you're not really going to be using this much. It's unprotected, just like Rooting is. So not really sure. Nature's Trembling CD now is 19 seconds, down from 21. 2 seconds less is something. It's not like the Regeneration CD now being 18 seconds, down from 25 seconds. So it's a lot more in line with the succession cooldowns. Again, 18 seconds. I think the regen change is probably the best one overall for this test server patch note. So pretty good. And finally, split damage on skills no longer applying. Again, I have an asterisk here because that's not exactly true. For a lot of the skills, there is no split damage, but there are some skills that will have split damage, and they will say they have split damage. When we get to the Wizard and Witch part of this test server patch note, I'll explain what that actually means. Now, Mewa Awakening has Petal Drill now dealing more damage in PvE. Frost Pillars now doing more damage in PvE as well by quite a margin. And Moonrise can now be held after completing the charge, which is cool. And you can now use also Sleet Steps while charging or holding Moonrise. And there's one more note for Mewa Awakening that I couldn't really figure out, but it says Hwasun Goku improved to start immediately after the full bloom of the month. So maybe it has something to do with December and those type of skills, but I couldn't really figure it out since I'm not a Mewa player. And just Google Translate was just not really helping out. But overall, pretty good changes for Mewa Awakening, I think. Now, for Witch and Wizard Succession, we have some changes. Magic Arrow is now 612 by 1. It's a decrease of damage. The split damage on skills no longer apply, like I said, but certain skills will have a little notice that says when hitting 2 or more people in PvP, all damage is equally dispersed. This is for every class. So every class that has split damage on 1 or 2 skills will have this little tooltip on that skill, so you can know that that skill is now split damage. But everything else, no longer split damage. Hopefully that makes sense. And finally, Magical Evasion movement distance has been increased for Witch Succession only. Now for Wizard Awakening, Chillin' Wave now casts faster. You can now cancel and evade while using Chillin' Wave. And Water Sphere and Flow Aqua Bomb now casts faster. It's pretty almost instant now. The Ninja Awakening also received some changes. A lot of people were excited about this. I'm not too sure about it. It seems okay, not really amazing. The Sura KO Spree now deals more damage, basically. And the Sura KO Spree can now be comboed with other skills. So Ghost Step and Ninja Step, whatever. You can cancel into the actual skill. So the problem with Sura KO Spree, it's very slow wind up. Vacuum Slash now deals more damage, and 889 by 4 on the striking damage. Nothing else really changes about it. It's just more damage on the Vacuum Slash. And Asura now allows drastic measures to be cast instantly with a full charge damage. So that's good. Minor tweaks really for Ninja. Nothing really crazy. Moving on, we had Dark Knight Awakening. They've received basically the Succession Airstrike now for Awakening. So Airstrike's bound CC now only triggers if the first strike was not applied. Basically, if the float doesn't go through, you can bound, and you don't just float bound and double CC yourself. Trap of Vidir is now placed and triggered faster. That's a good change. It's always really inconsistent, that skill. Grip of Grudge, which I don't think many people use. Its range has increased and its animation has become faster. Maybe it's a little bit better now, but doesn't seem like a good skill still. Striker Succession received a nerf to Wolf's Fang cooldown. It's now 13 seconds, up from 8 seconds, and the range and hits have been changed as well. And there's multiple animation improvements for Striker Succession, so you can combo better. They're really focusing on Striker Succession for whatever reason. Don't really know why. I don't see many people actually using Striker Succession. And finally, Archer fixed super armor gaps in multiple skills after using Glide. So if you used Glide and you went into a protected skill, there was actually a gap that allowed archers to be caught, so that is no longer the case. So they're able to flow from SA to SA or SA to frontal guard without any gaps whatsoever. And that's pretty much for the balance changes. For central markets, you can now max purchase quantity for the following items. They're increased, so vinegar, essence of alcohol, flax, all the fruits, garments, scales, you can buy more of them in bulk. That's a good change. And there's also Dark Rift changes coming, so we might actually be seeing the return of a lot of Dark Rift bosses on very hard difficulty with higher appearances for frequency. They also added the Carrack cabin. So the cabin skill has been added to Carrack's. You can access the Carrack's cabin while moored and pressing Shift E. And there's also the precision firing mode that has been added, changing your camera's perspective and allowing for more precise cannon hits. So you can kind of basically look at your ship on the side and target what you want to actually hit. And it seems interesting. It's not implemented right now on test servers, so I can't show you live footage of it, but hopefully next week on Korean servers and in test servers I can test that out for you guys. And finally, most importantly, I think, new emojis. These are in the files, so they weren't in the test notes per se, but these were in the files where they added Creo emojis and Papu emojis. So you can step up your chat game with Creo and Papu emojis. Now for the winners of the giveaway for Guardian Succession, here are the two winners. Congrats, guys. And for this week's giveaway, it's going to be 2 pets. I believe it's a panda and a turtle, right, that I'm going to be giving away, 1 code each. So actually, I can do this. If you want the panda pet, just make a comment, subscribe to the channel on YouTube, like this video, just leave a comment down on YouTube. And the YouTube winner will win the panda pet, and the Twitter winner will win the turtle pet. So if you want to have a chance to win both, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. You also follow me on Twitter at AndersGaller, and you'll be set. That's pretty much it, guys. Let me know what you thought about these changes. These balance changes have been crazy. In the comments down below, specifically, I want to hear from mainly the Rangers and Mewas to see how you guys think those changes are going to benefit you in the long run, since those classes are very unpopular right now. So I want to see those who are still sticking to it, if you're happy with the changes. As always, guys, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, as every sub counts as we continue to grow. Don't forget to hit that bell icon to be notified when I upload my next video. And like or dislike this video, depending on how your day is going. Hopefully well. Hopefully you guys are staying safe. And as always, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I'll see you all in the next one. Take care.